you'd better pack a lunch on Friday. Uber Eats drivers will embark on a nationwide strike demanding their fees be increased. Uber drivers are demanding a pickup fee of 20 Rand and then 6 Rand per kilometre after the first 2 kilometres. They currently get a pickup fee of 10 Rand. Pickets are expected outside food outlets as well as at Uber's Sandton offices. Let's talk to Duane Bernard from the Uber Driver Partners Association. A very good morning to you, Duane. I mean, if you could just quickly give us a little bit of a background. For example, we do know that some of the delivery fees were dropped. What led to them being dropped?
Hi, morning to you and your listeners. Okay, what Uber Eats did was they were under pressure from restaurants demanding a lower rate to restaurants. So restaurants used to pay a 5% fee per meal to Uber for the drivers. That's for pickup. That's besides the 30% that they still pay for their food orders. That's per meal. So what they've done is they've now capped restaurants' fees at 9 Rand per meal, and they've shifted that discount that they've given the restaurants, they've shifted on to drivers, thinking we don't know about it or we won't find out about it. So that's what they did. And then they told drivers that, no, they're lowering fees so that they can get more orders or some hogwash like that. I'm not even sure what that means. But yes, that's how they got to lowering our fees.
All right, so how have these lowered fees affected your earnings? I mean, I was telling my colleague Dumelo that I was reading about some drivers who were saying that their average earnings have been halved.
That's it. If you compare, we've taken a comparison over the past 3 years. If you did 20 orders per day, for argument's sake, 3 years ago, you'd get an average of 600 bucks. That's excluding your tips. Currently, if you do 20 orders, you're lucky if you'll get 300, 350 per order for those 20 orders.
All right, so that brings me then to the pertinent question of what are the drivers' demands currently?
Okay, our demands still the same for our rate increase. Uber Eats responded yesterday via our driver apps, and they are bringing back 2 of the options that we've asked for, which was the cash option.
Yeah.
And for us not to work for cash, we need to have the choice, because some of us want bank statements where we want to get paid into our bank account, where currently you don't get paid into your bank account because you're collecting cash all the time. It's also not a safe option for drivers at night, because at night customers use that feature and they lure drivers in and then they rob drivers via that option. So for a safety aspect, we've asked them to please give us the option when and where we want to work for cash, which they are doing from Monday. They responded to that yesterday. They've also put on their website that they're reopening their offices, the green light hubs, in June, which is good. We've asked them to, because we've been dealing with support via email and over the phone only, which has been, it hasn't been good for any of the drivers. You take forever to get feedback and that type of thing. So they've answered on those things. They're just not answering us on our rates.
Yeah.
We want our rates back to what they used to be.
Yeah, and the rates thing is, I guess, the big one that you are focusing on. So, yeah, so what kind of protest action is this going to be? And is there going to be any picketing at all, Duane?
Yes, okay, so we've asked drivers, a team of drivers, to go through to their offices in Sandton. The offices are closed and apparently there's no people working there, but we're going to go through to their offices just to show them we're coming to them. Because they always deny that they know anything. After our first strike, they denied receiving our grievances, but now they're answering our grievances. So, yeah, it's just how Uber Eats works. And then also drivers will just picket outside their usual stands. I'm sure you guys have seen around the country, drivers will park at usually the biggest stores, your McDonald's, your KFC, the shopping malls. So we'll just be standing with placards. All the drivers will peacefully just not go online for the day. To make sure that no orders go out. We want Uber Eats to see that we are a vital link in this chain. And we understand our value. We know our value in this chain, and we're not going to allow them to take advantage of us.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Duane. We appreciate your time. Duane Bernard, who is a representative for the Uber Eats drivers.